I'm Doug from Fuzzy Things Emporium. We've got extra fuzzy things in stock right now, and for $6.95 you too can have your dick, ball, and taint warmer from fuzzythings.com. Just tell them Doug sent you. Use code WARMSHIT.
The whole mosh fucking swinging.
All right,
shit.
we're about to do a real hardcore walk around on what I've done with this fucking thing right now. Woo! Fuck yeah. Let me swing this around a little bit. God damn, I'm sweating already too. I'm Ryan Kruesi from Kruesi Originals. I'm out of air. Okay, so hi, I'm Ryan Kruesi from Kruesi Originals. So you guys watched the video of the ride and whatever the fuck, this is the first video of the 2021 House of Harley Road Glide build. Whew. I really want to ride this fucking thing this weekend, so I got really, like, after we filmed that video, I started going at it at night and working on it. So I've done a whole bunch of stuff to the bike already that you guys didn't get to see. I know I'll answer fucking hate mail later, is what it is. But I want to ride, and we got one day of film in a week, so here, what we're going to do now is I'm going to walk you through very detailed of everything that I've done so you can like see the excitement and the cool things and all that shit. And then I'm going to finish a couple things on it, and hopefully the intake comes in. I'm waiting on, I have a temporary intake coming in because I have a fancy intake from S&S coming, but that's not going to be here for a minute. So temp intake, we have to tune it. We're just going to flash it actually. I say tune so I sound like I'm cooler than I really am. And then I'm going to take it for a ride. And we'll fucking, you know, I can't really beat it up because it's only got 40 miles on it, but I'm gonna put around on it. We'll talk about the suspension difference because the Geezer Glide trees, which we'll talk about that in a bit, took a bunch of rake and trail out of it, and it handled so fucking good before, but now it's got all this crazy Legend suspension on it. I got big hopes. Big fucking hopes right now. Let's start back here, talking about Legends. I put the shocks on. I didn't like how when you run these and it has to have this coiled up here, because normally it's supposed to be down here so the hose is a little too long. I didn't like the coil up thing. It is what it is. I want to do my own thing, so I just notched this guy right here, ran a zip tie back through it so it runs through here, and then I can run the bags on it. It stays flush. I think it just looks clean because if you come around here over to the bag side, you can see this just looks pretty clean. All the lines follow each other. Kind of blends in really well. Everything's fucking unified or uniformed, or I rode a unicorn one time. It was a good time. This is what I'm most proud of. I did this last night. I think I finished this, right? Maybe. Yeah. Brembo RCS 19 master cylinder on a 21 Road Glide. Who else has one out there? Comment down below. Anybody else? Feel free to comment down below if anybody else has this on their bike. Did that. Made this mount. We got our own brake lines now. They're kind of some highfalutin 3,000 PSI brake lines. 3,000 PSI brake lines. Is it overkill? Fucking A, it's overkill, but why not overkill the shit out of it? If I'm gonna throw this fucking $400 master cylinder on here, I'm gonna throw some ludicrously expensive brake lines on. Brembo, I'm super stoked. So ran all these fancy brake lines down through here, did some little neat connectors all the way down the bottom. So it's all mounted off the trees. Never mind all this wiring. This still has to go away. I got to get this guy removed. Once I get the intake, I'm going to ride down to Harley. They're going to flash this so I can get rid of this. And then I'm going to shit can most of this with wiring. And it's going to go down into the neck and then down into the fairing itself. Also have a one finger still coming for this guy. Real stoked about the brakes. It looks really, really dope. This thing feels amazing. This thing is bore adjustable. You pop this little rubber thing out and you can set it from 18 to 20 millimeters bore. So you can set the pressure on it. Cam detent right here, ball detent. Look at that. Look at that fucking thing. If you need one, you got to call the shop for these. We do get them. Normally in stock. Sometimes you got to wait a little bit, but they're fuck, dude. It's cheating. It's cheating. If you're out there shredding. If you're out there shredding, you need these on your vehicle, I promise you. Just put her in the air and I'll show you guys the rest of the little goodies. Real excited. Still got the antenna. I want to hang like a raccoon tail or some kind of old hot rod shit off the back of this. For now, I need a new rear fender. Gonna run R bags eventually. Right now I'm trying to get this ready to run because I want to ride it really bad and get the motor broke in. Because I do kind of want to try and drift this thing, and I think I'm gonna wheelie it. I'm gonna at least try to. Over here though, super piece of beauty. The one and only, full polished stealth pipe with the H-bomb. Is that what it's called?
Pipe bomb.
Pipe bomb. Full polished with the pipe bomb muffler. Super stoked about this. Probably one of the nicest pipes I've ever fit up on a bike. It just fit beautifully. There was no problems. Love this bracket right here. This thing is rock solid. Very, very solid. These motors are also balanced, semi-balanced. They're not like the Softails where they have the two balancers. It's totally balanced. It has one balancer that kind of does this kind of thing, like a set of nuts in the wind, just jingling back and forth. So it's not going to shake like the old school twin cam, so everything can be a lot more long lasting, let's say. You know, it's not going to fucking beat itself to death. Clutch lever, clutch cable. Clutch cable, I don't really like the routing of it. It's really, really hard to route cables on a bagger and make them look good without a nacelle, because just the way the tree's set back from the neck, there's a lot of pinch points and a lot of weird shit like that. So I P-clamped it up in here, tapped into that old ABS block that was under here for holding all the wiring and shit, and just ran a Christmas tree that plugs into there so she holds into place. It's got slack so it can like slide and rotate with the handlebars. That should be pretty dialed. ODI grips, I do have heated grips on the way. I got some Avon heated grips, but there was like 472 wires to hook that shit up. I wasn't doing it. F that shit. So I got Harley Davidson like plug and play ones coming, but they're back ordered till January or February, which sucks because that's when it's going to be cold and I want heated grips. I love these though. I just wish they put some warmth in my hands. Yeah, front end's done. Gold Pro 1 tubes, Legends cartridges, Lowrider S legs. That shit was fucking super easy. Geezer Glide trees. Let's talk about the Geezer Glide trees. I think it's 1.25 inches or 1.125 inches of trail they pull out, which that's fucking massive, dude, massive. Pulls that out in like 1 or 2 degrees of rake. So this thing should just turn super sharp. This would probably do better at the Bagger Racing League than our fucking race bike does on turning, actually. This bike is so nice. Can't believe I have this bike. So today I'm gonna I got rid of all the ABS too. That's all gone. Took it all off. It's in a box somewhere. Actually, we sold it at the swap meet. I need to build brake lines, set up the brake switch, which I don't have a front brake switch anymore. I just capped off the plug back here and pressed it in so it's like permanently compressed, because I don't want to hook that shit up. I usually don't run one anyways. I just run the back brake switch because I don't care much and it works fine. So I'm going to run the line, run the switch, set that shit up, hope this guy comes in, and then hopefully take it to Harley Davidson today so I can fucking ride this weekend. If I don't get an intake, I'm screwed, because I also sold my intake at the swap meet last week. Also sold a customer's seat at the swap meet last week on accident. Yep. Somebody fucking brought their seat with them, so now we're buying them a new Saddleman. They did have a LaPera, so they are getting an upgrade, which is nice. It just sucks that we have to pay for that. I think that's it. Kruesi Originals. Right now, you should like this shit, subscribe to this shit, and then ring the bell to this shit so you don't miss any of this build. And I'm also back on the other Biblical Blaster Bagger build that should be done probably next week if everything goes as planned. Still don't have all the shit back from CNC, like the speaker grills and stuff like that, but we should be riding it. I'm trying to get it together and the Thunder Max in so we can get it to dyno and get it tuned, and then we can finish all the rest of the shit afterwards. Stay posted. I'm gonna work. Let's go look for some brake parts. Ready to go. Boom! Got the wrong device here. We don't have any fucking 90 banjos, do we?
Not yet.
Where's the prettiest way I can get away with bullshitting the brake lines through here since I don't have the motherfucking banjo fitting I need? Can I be onto something? I don't fucking know. I have a P-clamp that'll work too.
I was like, that's not what it looked like in the picture.
I swear I ordered the right one. Yeah. Ooh, 36. I think I got one here. I'll be a fucking Denver omelet. Would you look at that? Wow, that's way too long. Fucking 90s, dude. This is horseshit. Lunchtime? I'm hungry. Fucking smoking a pancake. Oh. I gotta go get 9-degree banjo because all ours, we have a bunch on order. They haven't shown up yet and we're out of stock. So I'm f***ed. I'm gonna go get one from somebody else's shop, hopefully. I'm gonna change that bitch right there to one of ours. I'll put a bunch of our stuff on here. I can do that today too. Yeah, I'm going to lunch. Use the old high horsepower hose here. Figure out which one's the right length. Got built-in clips all along the frame rail, which is really nice. You don't have to zip tie anything or anything. It's just ready to go. Makes it really nice because all the wiring runs through there, and there's separate clips just for the brake line, for the wiring. So all you gotta do is run your brake line. You've already got mounts for everything, all the way back to up across the swing arm. There's clips built in. Makes things a lot easier than the old school shit where you had to kind of zip tie and make your own and drill some self tappers or whatever.
I know the wall in the back.
Damn. Look at that. F***ing beautiful. Thing and suck it. Then I can put a floorboard on it. Oh no! I'm gonna fuck myself. In front of my goddamn mount. Yeah, god damn it. Well, what the fuck do you do now? I didn't think that one through. Alright, round 2. This shit ain't gonna work because my floorboard's in the way. Didn't even look at the floorboard mount right there. Fucking dildo. Fucking dildoed myself. Take this and hold the hose clamp with a little adjustable wrench, or the P-clamp, whatever, and then you can use that to hold it right where you want to, so you can tighten this without it turning. Just invented that trick just now. You guys just saw it for the first time. Full credit. Taking it. Brake fluid. That looks so much better than the way I had it before. I'm a lot happier with that. Things work out the way they're supposed to, I guess. Namaste. Like 3 times. Sucking? Oh, it's sucking.
I think 4.
Alright, cabinet. I'm out of fluid. You ready to open that intake up for me? What are you doing, Trent?
I was just seeing what I could get shipped. And Drag is still down, so I was getting what I could get ordered from hard drive. I would love to put this intake on for you. Kruesi Originals, Trent. What up, dude? How you doing? Not bad, not bad. Ooh, you need an air or an oil filter wrench, dude. You could try shoving, like, you could try hammering a screwdriver through the body of it and kind of loosen it up that way. That's a really fucking good idea. That was fucking Chad.
Who's Chad?
Chad Martin, who put those Fox reservoirs on his dagger.
Well, for fuck's sakes, Ricky, it's gonna fucking work over here. Oh, I fucking believe that. Jive talking and such. Jive talking. I think it's great. Custom. It's custom shit right there. It's about ready to rip. Come on, Trent!
Look at that. That's a good start.
Excited to ride this.
What the f? Shit's old. You ready for this? It's the moment of truth. It's not reading the fucking ECU, dude.
We need a moment to find an available support agent for you.
Thank you for calling Untitled Chapter. My name is Scott. How may I be of assistance?
What's going on, Scott? It's Trent with Kruesi Originals out here in Phoenix. Trying to tune a 2021 Road Glide. I updated the Power Vision, but it's still having a hard time reading the ECU. Like it won't read the part number on the ECU.
If you would, go to your WinPV software for me, if you would, and let me know what version of the WinPV software you have.
I've got version 2.2.01.1646.
So that's part of the issue. That is actually the software that would still work for 2020 and older bikes, not for 2020 and 21 and newer. The button on the left would update the Power Vision with the tune database and firmware for the 2020 and older bikes. The button on the right would take care of it for a 2021 and newer.
So what map should we run with this setup?
Once these two are up to date, you're going to be golden. They will recognize that bike, should recognize it without any issues.
Okay.
If you connect to it and it still doesn't want to read it, you may want to just simply disconnect the main fuse for 5 or 10 minutes, reconnect it, and try it again.
Okay.
I guess those bikes are kind of sensitive now too, and it's not uncommon for that ECU to need a reset.
Hey, could I ask you a tune question for this?
Absolutely. Let me get the specs here. 21 Road Glide. What's the actual engine size of this one?
107.
Have the cams been changed at all?
Nope, stock cams. It's got a Arlen Ness Big Sucker and a Stealth 2-in-1.
Let me see what I've got here for you. Okay, so when you look at the list in the pre-configured tunes on the Power Vision itself, you know you were doing that part?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to want to choose the tune that ends in either 409 or 411.
Awesome.
Chances are only one of the two of those is going to show for you, so just select whichever one does show for you.
Okay, thank you so very much. I think we're set. Good?
Yeah, I think we're good.
I think we're good, man. Thank you so much.
All right, fellas. You gotta have a great afternoon and a better weekend. We're here to help.
Likewise, appreciate it. Moment of truth.
Will it read the ECU? It's reading it. It's f***ing reading it. I figured it the f*** out.
Stay off the fucking sidewalks.
Tuned up, ready to go. Man, it's almost time to ride this thing. A little nervous.
Stack of lanterns.
Stack a lantern. Hey, yo! I gotta be able to get this thing out of the shop. Open that door up and clear me a path. I'm blocked in. Forgot about that. We gotta do the old performance motorcycle test. See if it comes off the lift without a ramp, without bottoming out. Do we take the gamble? Come on, baby. Don't. Oh, yeah! Beautifully. I was nervous. Holy shit. That's it. That's the Kruesi Originals Stage 1 road glide build right there. House of Harley road glide build is going down. I'm going to go ride it up to Harley Davidson right now. Have them flash that ignition out of there so the CVO flash. Then I'm going to come back, finish the wiring on the handlebars, and she's dialed. I can ride my motorcycle this weekend. I haven't rode a motorcycle on the street in a long time. I'm really excited. Thank you, House of Harley, so much. Check those dudes out. They're the shit if you're looking to buy a motorcycle. It's the best spot there is. Now, these guys won't work if the speedo and the tach isn't hooked up. I'm going to try and make a jumper or look into a jumper, or I might just be stuck with running gauges. I don't know. Everything on this thing is on KruesiOriginals.com. Like and subscribe while you're sitting here watching me idle this thing, and get informed. Watch all the series. We got a lot of rad shit going on. Sean's racing again in Sonoma right now, and it's looking real good. He's looking real fast, and I'm gonna be shredding this thing. I'm gonna build the living out of this bike, and I'm gonna this bike up. 2021 Road Glide is gonna have some shit done to it that nobody's done to one so far. I promise you. Right now I'm gonna go for a ride.